My best friend used my trauma as a punchline, so I turned it into a podcast. It happened at my birthday party, of all places. We were sitting around the fire pit, half drunk and laughing about embarrassing story. Then Mark, my best friend since high school, said, "Hey, remember when you cried in the counselor's office because your dad forgot your birthday for 3 years straight?" The group laughed hard. I froze. He wasn't supposed to bring that up. Not there. Not like that. I forced a smile, but my chest burned. That story wasn't funny. It was the reason I went to therapy in the first place. When everyone went home, Mark patted my shoulder. "Come on, man. It's just a joke. Lighten up." Except it wasn't a joke to me. It was my pain. Something I'd shared with him during a night when I trusted him completely. For a week, I didn't text him back. Every message, "Yo, still mad?" You know I was kidding. Just made it worse. Then one night, while scrolling through my old notes app, I saw some podcast ideas. I'd written it months ago when I wanted to do something creative, but never started. And suddenly, I knew exactly what to do. The next morning, I recorded the first episode. I called it Punchline. The topic? When your pain becomes someone else's entertainment. It was raw, shaky, emotional. I talked about that night, about how betrayal doesn't always look like a knife in your back. It can sound like laughter from someone you love. I didn't name Mark. I didn't have to. Within 2 weeks, the episode blew up. People shared their own story. Friends mocking their anxiety. Partners making jokes about depression. Families turning their trauma into dinner table laughs. Listeners said, "Thank you for saying what I couldn't." I kept recording, week after week. Topics like gaslighting disguised as humor and how to take your story back. 3 months later, Punchline hit the Apple Podcasts top 20 for mental health. Sponsors started reaching out, and guess who texted me? Mark. "Bro, is that about me?" I stared at the screen for a full minute before replying, "If the shoe fits, lace it up." He blew up my phone after that. Calls, messages, even voice notes saying I was overreacting. Then one night, he commented on my latest episode post, "You're just using people's pain for clout now." So on the next episode, I said this, "Someone told me I'm using pain for clout. Maybe, but I'd rather use my pain to help others heal than to humiliate my friends at a party." The clip went viral, over 1 million plays. The next time I saw Mark was at a mutual friends gathering. He looked smaller somehow, quieter. He didn't say a word, just nodded when our eyes met. And honestly, that was enough. But here's the twist he never saw coming. 2 months after that, I got invited to speak at a live podcast event in Los Angeles. I told the audience about that moment, about how I once begged for my pain to matter, how the same story that used to make me feel broken became my purpose. The crowd stood up and applauded. Some even cried. When the event recording went live, I got an email from someone unexpected. "Mark's ex-girlfriend," she said. "He never apologized to you, but he should have. He talks about you like you're the one that got away. Not romantically, just as a friend. He ruined." I didn't reply. I didn't need to, because forgiveness had already happened in the silence between us. Now, every time I sit in front of that mic, I remember the laughter that started it all. And I smile, not because it was funny, but because I finally learned to own my story before someone else could twist it. Because sometimes revenge doesn't come in shouting matches or broken friendships. Sometimes it comes through a microphone where your truth echoes louder than their laughter.